afternoon, everybody. Welcome into beautiful Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado, Rugby Town, USA, as we get you set for women's WPL Rugby today. Coming up at 5 o'clock, the Glendale Merlins atop the standings in the Blue Conference. Howard, they will get set to take on the San Diego Surfers, their rivals, in a key matchup today in the standings. Nate Kreckman and Howard Stableford. And Howard, let's talk a little bit about our Merlins coming off of what we'll call a strange week last week. It was a strange one for them. They went to Chicago North Shore. Of course, they've beaten Chicago North Shore here. And despite having the lead 10-7, it ended up a tie. Unusual to say the least, and we'll talk a bit more about that to a couple of the players in a couple of moments. Yeah, bizarre matchup. Let's go back a couple of weeks ago, our last matchup here at Infinity Park with the Merlins taking on the Berkeley All Blues. An impressive league victory that day, Howard, for the Merlins. Let's hit some of the highlights. Well, of course, they were 5-0, and let's have a look at a couple of great tries here. Nice little dummy from Stolber. That's Tordonato going strong through the middle there. Jenny Lou picks it up in the back and out to Denali Graham for dotting down in the right corner there. The really pretty try, well worked, accurate passing. They won this one 29-14 to stay on top of the standings. Here's another good try coming now from, there's Jenny Lou again taking it out the back. Stolber again, nice flat pass. And there goes Carmen Farmer stretching over. A great try, and she scored some spectacular ones this season as well. All right, Howard, let's check out the standings in the Blue Conference. Like we mentioned, the Glendale Merlins at the very top, and they can punch their ticket today with the win over San Diego. Yeah, it's interesting if we look at that now. Glendale with 25 points. Look at the points for, points against. They're well clear, but it's not a certainty that they are going to win this group. They can certainly go a long way to doing that. This afternoon by beating the San Diego Surfers. And remember, the San Diego Surfers are last year's WPL champions, so they're never a pushover. It's going to be a good matchup. All right, Howard, let's welcome in a couple of very special guests here on In the Ruck, presented by Rugby Athletic. And who better to talk to than the captains, the scrum half, Jenny Lou, and the prop down low, Sarah Shabbat. And Shabbat, let's start with you, and let's start with last week. What the heck happened at Chicago North Shore? Take us through that.
Yeah, I mean, we gave up kind of a cheap try early. We knew that weather was going to be an issue, so everyone was kind of hectic, changed the start times. And then we really got onto the front foot, started rolling, got a pair of tries. Weather, we went back to the car, sat. Everyone was like, we're going to make this flight home. And then we got back out. We were only 4 minutes away from the half. Lightning again. We were on front foot. It's really kind of a shame that we ended up with 2 points apiece there.
Yeah, frustrating result for you guys. You end up with a tie against North Shore. Yeah, Jenny, what are you expecting today then? Can you actually win the whole thing in terms of the Blue Conference by winning it today against the Surfers?
I think it's just a numbers game. I think that if we do well and get the bonus point and the win, we'll definitely put ourselves in a good position, but it also depends on what happens with the rest of the conference. Berkeley and San Diego play themselves at the last game of the season, so that's also going to be a very important match.
Yeah, Shabbat, it's an interesting matchup, and really tell us what, as captains, your message is to the team today to make sure that you guys are focused on San Diego and not worried about what's happening in the rest of the WPL.
Yeah, I think our big message today is punch the time clock, punch our ticket. And basically, it's just staying focused on the things that we have to do. We have to put last week to bed. A lot of players were upset. It goes down as a draw for us. So put last week to bed and just focus on what we have to do as a collective 23 and not even be really focused on San Diego. It's just about what we are trying to get done.
It's going to be a great matchup, and there's another reason to come to watch this match. It's a last chance to see a couple of very key players. Hannah Stolber, Carmen Farmer. It'll be their last home game here at Infinity Park. What are your thoughts on that? And hopefully you'll be giving the ladies a good send-off.
Oh, absolutely. They are absolute legends. And Carmen Farmer's an Olympian, Hannah Stolber, a World Cup Eagle, and this is probably their last home match here at Infinity Park, their home team. So we'd love to give them a big crowd send-off and bring home a win for them.
All right, guys, the captains, Jenny Lou and Sarah Shabbat. Huge matchup today against the San Diego Surfers. And again, punch the clock and punch their ticket. That's what the Merlins can do today here at Infinity Park. $6 gets you in. Free parking. Get out here to Infinity Park today and check out the Merlins as they take on San Diego coming up at 5 o'clock. Go to GlendaleMerlins.com to get all of the information. This has been In the Ruck, presented by Rugby Athletic. For Howard Stableford, I'm Nate Kreckman. Our great guests, the captains, Jenny Lou and Sarah Shabbat. We'll see you today here at beautiful Infinity Park in Rugby Town, USA.
This is the Rugby Town USA update. I'm Dallin Stanford alongside Mark Bullock, head of rugby at Glendale Rugby. Let's first talk about a name change which is happening very soon called the Merlins. Now, why the name change?
The reason for the name change is we have had a transformation with Major League Rugby, and our Raptor team will be part of Major League Rugby. That will be the professional part of rugby in Glendale. And our amateur teams will be called the Merlins. So our D1 men, D2 men, Women's Premier League, Women's D1, and our new under-20s program will all be part of our amateur program. They'll all be known as the Merlins.
We train to be the best and come together as a team to be able to perform a job.
Ready.
Rugby is physically demanding, mentally demanding.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Set.
For the past 16 years, it's defined everything I've done. From where I live, who my friends are.
Go.
It's 15 people hitting hard without pads, no substitutions, just get the job done.
That feeling when you're walking onto the field and all of a sudden you lose your breath and your heart's pounding and you know that any minute the whistle's gonna blow. It's really nerve-wracking, but it's also the best feeling ever.
From Rugby Town, USA, it's the penultimate week of the WPL regular season with the Glendale Merlins hosting the San Diego Surfers at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. Hello and welcome, rugby fans. I'm Dallin Stanford alongside Eagle, Legend, Dan Power. Two great teams featuring in last year's WPL final, won 26-16 by the San Diego Surfers, although this season, Dan, their first round fixture dropped by the Surfers to the Merlins.
Yes, Dallin, thank you, and welcome everyone tuning in at home. The 2016 WPL champions, they ran roughshod to that 26-16 victory that you mentioned last year. It was USA Eagle Jordan Gray who dominated that day on her way to the MVP award. Unfortunately, she traveled up the one to Life West this year. Add that to the absence of her two USA teammates in 5-round lock, Molly Kinsella, who is retired, along with the prodigy Hope Rogers, who is focusing on sevens. It's going to be a big ask to go back-to-back in 2017. However, they do welcome back Eagles in Sam Pankey and Devon Lashwani as well, who is going to help their cause here coming back this year.
Yeah, it's going to be such a fierce tussle. What do they need to do, though, to be victorious?
Well, the catalyst for their turnaround last year was a loss to the All Blues. They're hoping that that history repeats itself with that loss to Glendale earlier on. They've had a good look at the Merlins, and they know they must nullify where the Merlin magic lies. If the Surfers can out-enthuse the Merlins and starve them with the ball, there is value there, as Glendale have been susceptible to teams who have taken it to them early on here this year. However, a big ask as they face a Merlin side coming off a somewhat controversial game last week.
That's right. Severe weather stopped the match after 36 minutes, which meant it ended up in a tie, even though the Merlins were leading 10-7 against Chicago North Shore. Of course, the team, though, will be extremely motivated to finish off their final home match of the season with a strong display. Leaders in their conference, the Merlins possess a powerful pack that links very well with their backline, and these are some of the highlights. Their last home game against the Berkeley All Blues, they've got speed, we mentioned. It's Graham on the outside that finishes that score, and then, of course, in her last home match here for the side, it's Carmen Farmer steaming through for a great score, and then electric off the bench. Justine Whitepitch has been fantastic all season long. She could prove the difference as well if this game goes down to the wire.
Now, they can wrap up the #1 seed with a victory here today. How does their pathway look to earning that victory?
Yeah, well, Coach Ruiz has always said physicality is going to be the key to this one. Of course, they need to dominate and take possession. That's what the game's all about. The Merlins thrive in a fast-tempo game with a boot of Hannah Stolber, ensuring they always go forward. And finally, it's all about family and playing for each other in front of their home crowd. So there you have it. This one should be a thriller, just in time for Halloween. So don't go away. We'll be right back with the first half kickoff.
Today's match from Rugby Town, USA is brought to you by Rugby Athletic. Rugby Athletic is leading the way in custom rugby jerseys and apparel at rugbyathletic.com.
Stole my heart from the minute he was born. They couldn't get me to stop bleeding, so I was taken into the OR.
I was scared that my wife wasn't going to make it back.
I probably wouldn't be here today without the amazing work of the care and delivery team.
One of the best things that we did was choose a hospital that could take care of not only Bodie, but also Casey.
At SCL Health, we're people healing people.
Looking for some extra room to stretch out and relax? Our suites are spacious, comfortable, and convenient for the quick or extended stay.
This is more like it.
Hampton Inn and Suites, Denver Cherry Creek. Big enough for rugby.
And welcome back to Infinity Park, where the only thing more beautiful than the background is the action on the field. And we're into the final few rounds of the 2017 WPL competition, with 10 teams battling it out for the all-important national championships at Tucson, Arizona, November 10th and 12th. Both Dan and I will see you there, as the Surfers hope to overtake the Berkeley All Blues in the semi-final berth coming up pretty soon. Both teams ready to rumble here, and this should be yet another cracker, Dan.
It certainly should, and we've talked about the implications of this match. As we take a look at the San Diego lineup, I talked about the absences of Jordan Gray and Hope Rogers, two big losses for the side, but more than willing to step in is going to be Panky Rashani there. Straight to the unfamiliar role of inside centre. It'll be interesting to see if they're looking to play that two-ball playing role, similar to we've seen with a 10 and a 12 at World Rugby. They are ably coached by Jared Fowler.
Take a look at the Merlins on that side. So many veterans in this team. A lot of firepower off the bench as well. And that's the captain, Shabbat, in picture. A few changes this week sees the most powerful looking team so far this season. An excellent pack includes Shabbat, Beard, Peterson, Farmer, and Jojo Kalinski, who's back from injury. Backs are anchored by Lou and Stolber, with Whitepitch being the X-factor in those nail-biting affairs. And the team is coached by three Eagle sensations: Kit Ruiz, Jamie Burke, and Mose Timoteo. This will be a vital rematch. Earlier this season, we mentioned the Surfers went down, but it is all good conditions here, Dan.
Yeah, it certainly is. Breeze has eased off. We were expecting gusts up to 40 miles an hour. The city of Glendale were telling us early. It's calmed significantly since then. Almost perfect conditions. Referee Lee Bryant in charge here today.
She'll be assisted by Nick Tricarico and Derek Summers, 3 of our favorite people in the world, as Hannah Stolber. And on the left of your screen will be the Glendale Merlins in their new yellow outfit. On the right, receiving it will be San Diego Surfers. Well, can the team from Southern California cause one of the upsets of the season? We will see how this game unfolds. Hannah Stolber, the veteran, gets us going. Knocked on there, advantage to the Surfers, picked up by Jam Reinhardt, the 27-year-old. Early ball in the midfield. Whipping around there, and Tia Blythe, the fullback, comes into play right now. She's electric with open space. Now they rumble forward yet again. Talia Caraspilo was in there as well. Difficult one to take, but well handled on the boot. Still in their 22, though, the San Diego Surfers.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Eventually get the first penalty of the day, and the tap, they go quick. Trujillo, the captain. Away she goes, needs support. Beard is there. Still available there for the Surfers. They put it through. Jess Bader. Ferocious contact near the halfway line. Villarreal was in there. Now Pankey up against friend and former Eagle teammate Farmer as they duck down with Laura Easterling. Still the halfway line. O'Shani at first receiver, turns it back in. Looking for that offload though. Advantage there. Sam Pankey was the one that was involved.
Play the knock first, guys.
We talked about in the pre-game, Dallin, the importance here to control possession, keep the ball away from the Merlins was going to be one of their keys. Outstanding start to this game from the Surfers. The more you starve the Merlins of possession, the better your chances are they get a little desperate. Well, unlucky there. I thought that one may have come off forward first from the Surfers and then comes off the hand of Shalosky. Scrum down, still with the Surfers though. Interested to see how O'Shani is implemented into their game plan here at inside centre.
That's right. Normally we've seen her with the US and number 9. And so the back line's to the right-hand side. Just one player lurking to the left. And to feed will be the leader, Elizabeth Trujillo, United States Naval Academy. And now Martin moves to the right-hand side. So all the backs are far to the right. Ball comes back out the tunnel.
Is that the tunnel?
And luckily it did come out the tunnel there, Dallin. Looked like the Merlins had a good little shunt on there. Almost forcing the turnover. It's going to be a great battle up front too. Shalosky normally at hooker. Shows her versatility in the prop today. Like I said, this is probably the strongest pack that we've seen Glendale put on the field this year.
Well, it certainly is. Beard up front there with the Shabbat. And so the back line lurking to that far side. Let's see what Vanessa Villarreal will do at the back. She's in the 8 jumper. Ball is available. She goes to dig it out.
Okay, how many? Hey, it's all right. Okay, I need you to keep this up. Okay, coming down on this side. On this side, both people, I need you to keep it up. Okay,
You see referee Brian instructing this side. Looks like Shalosky and Reinhardt keep their side up and keep it stable here so we can get this game moving.
Scrum reset. Big part of the Glendale game is their forward pack, and scrum comes away for the Surfers. Grenlang, met hard by Stolber. It's there for Pankey, throws a dummy. Pankey through the first gap. To the halfway line she goes. Forwards quick to arrive. Grenling wants it now. Under pressure, so she throws the pass. It's picked up though nicely from Malia Martin. Nobody down the side. You have to feed it back in field. Bader is there from the University of San Diego School of Law. Kate Zachary, Eagle 7 sensation, into the traffic. She's driven backwards. been all surface so far in the first 4 minutes. Glendale now, a bit more space to operate, gets a high one. O'Shani first inside center and then busting through the half gap there. Great work there from Kimmy Tran.
She's on, it's fine.
Surface with Glendale still at the halfway line. Pankey had a standing start. One of the best sports people you will meet. Pankey's played in numerous different codes at the highest level. And the steal is there from the Merlins. Jenny Liu in the thick of things, so scrum off. Has it there. Now Farmer. Thought about a pass and then was well handled. Peterson, outside gap for her, gets the bend working. Peterson with the offload. Off they go. Ali Hale down the touchline. Hale in, out. She's over. The Glendale Merlins defended for the first 5 minutes and only took them 10 seconds to score. And Alison Hale is back on the board with 5.
Well, Hale in the unfamiliar role of the wing this week, the normal fullback, but a proven finisher nonetheless. Does extremely well here on the in and away against her opposite number in Blythe. And the first try after the Surfers had done an outstanding job of keeping the ball away from the Merlins. They just weren't moving it down the field effectively. The turnover was inevitable. Yeah. And when it came, well, it came in spades for the Merlins as they get the first try. And now Stolber. What must be a very emotional day for the fly half. We'll line this conversion up early on. 6.5 minutes gone. Glendale in the lead.
Stunning stuff there from Chris Peterson, the flanker, to set that up. Hannah Stolber, veteran, matching yellow cleats. She puts one to the left-hand side. There's still plenty of game time left in those boots as she goes back to the halfway line. Good start from the Merlins defensively and then turning that into attack.
Yeah, very important. The Surfers don't drop their heads here. It's a daunting road trip to come up to the Mile High City. That long trip from the airport to Glendale. You walk in the stadium, it can almost beat a player before they can take the field, just a side of Rugby Town, USA, and the history.
Well, maybe if you're Dan Power, it does, but not the Surface side. Champions last year. They lost a lot of players, experienced veterans after that national championship. We're chatting to Hannah Lockwood, now Hannah Harper, known as the Lock Monster, who won that title last year, saying the Surfers still have a long way to go this season. Meanwhile, it's the Merlins. They pick this one up through Joanna McElroy. Wide ball to attack. Just sliding down to the ground. They do well to keep position through Denali Graham. The ball is stolen there, and Sam Pankey's all over it. At the breakdown, she is worth her weight in gold. And Trujillo didn't even see that tap. Trujillo's going. They're surely not 10 meters. Should be still advantage here. I don't see it from referee Bryant. Trujillo very quick with those tap and goes. They're trying to bust now Villarreal. Education liaison is her day job. Stiff arm there on Reinhardt. Surfers sucked at a few plays. Glendale now, their chance to go wide. O'Shani cuts through. Devon O'Shani has put them well into the 22 as Glendale. There's a couple of defenders up. Space on the left-hand side. Here they come now with Pankey. They do well to bring it to the deck. O'Shani at first receiver. Space to the middle with Easterling. And now Blythe wants it on the outside. Defense is realigned and they concede a penalty on attack. Holding on.
Looks like Jenny Liu involved again. That's the second time. The first turnover led to a try. Liu gets there quickly. We'll get a better look on the replay. Crash in there by Easterling. Let's have a look who's over the top of that ball. Jenny Liu's late to it. Maybe Shalosky was outstanding stuff.
But still in the field of play was an artist. Zachary takes it up to the 22. A little fear for the Surfers. Normally Stolber is accurate with the boot. And so here they go again. Villarreal, another strong carry from her. Panky at first receiver.
Hold.
Slow ball though. They shifted across to O'Shani, and now Tia Blythe. Tia Blythe floats that one. On the outside, it's in, out. Great cover tackle in the end there.
Hold, hold.
Erin Child was almost in there, going for the line.
You guys, we're gonna do
Penalty for offside play, says referee Bryant. Way back.
A very long advantage there for offside. Interesting choice here for the Surfers, right in front of the post.
Points.
And they will take the 3 on offer after 10.5 minutes. Probably not a bad option as the breeze starts to die down here. The advantage of that wind will probably dip even more in the second half. Let's see a close. Oh, see Sam Panky celebrating there, but A.R. Jericho and referee Bryant right on the spot. Replays are brought to you by Alpha Graphics. Increase your reach and marketing print services from Alpha Graphics. www.agdigitaldenver.com.
Tia Blythe,
like 15 seconds,
ball has
so.
fallen off. She has 15 seconds. May resort to a drop kick. No, she puts it back up. Blythe out of UCLA. Hammers this one through. It's 5-3 after 11 minutes in this exciting WPL clash. Time has flown by already.
Yeah,
Surfers playing with a lot of
closer
possession, but the Merlins can strike at any time.
I hear you.
Well, there's that air of desperation, Dallin, isn't there, around this Surfers side? Always a lot of pressure when you're the champions. There's a target on your back from day one. Teams always seem to lift when they're playing the defending champions. Tough to go back-to-back, but they're putting their best foot forward here this afternoon.
Panky underneath this one. Does well to keep her feet in field. Former Zion Academy and DC Furies player. Redling. They go to Blythe. She tries to step her way through a couple.
Release, gold.
Don't seem to be putting it to the boot of the Surfers, keeping it in hand, part of their tactics. Good offload there again from Panky, so active in the loose.
Release, that's fine.
Ball laid down there by Bada, the 24-year-old. Redling, now she puts it up. There's a chase for this, it'll bounce. Comes the way of Colleen Cribbs. She just ushers it to the touchline. It'll be a Merlin throw-in.
I'm not sure if there was a communication breakdown between Cribbs and her winger there. Just felt a little lackadaisy going across field. It was wide pitch on that far wing. If she fields that ball in the full, there's a chance to counter straight away. Letting it bounce has just given the Surfers probably an extra 20 yards here.
Yeah, it goes up, it's contestable, and Peterson brings it down.
Hold, take a step.
Kitlinski, with that ponytail of hers, runs over one. Now Stolber. Could step back on the inside from Julie Tornado. Wide ball, space to operate here. Graham, in fact, no, cutting through his Hale again. Hale beats two. Alison Hale scored one already. Brought down to the deck inside the 22. The Merlins exploiting the space out wide. Sholowski shifts it across. Big tackle coming in there on Farmer. And it was Easterling came flying up. Advantage now for the Merlins, still inside the 22. Surfers rear line on D. Shabbat gets the offload to Farmer.
Release!
They go to the far side now. Wide pitch turns it back into Peterson. Still building the phases. Kitlinski's there next. Hit hard as they try to rip the ball free. Lou digs it out and then loses it. Advantage was over, says referee Bryant.
No, we're not going to do it.
No, we're not going to do it.
We're playing advantage on the offside.
Go back for the initial offside there and save that try on Farmer.
Come back here.
Hannah's choice now. The quick tap is off the table to take the 3 points in front for Stolber. See if we can get on the replay. A couple of players late. That was a try save from Easterling. Shut down Farmer. No advantage coming as they go back right in front of the post now with Hannah Stolber.
Stolber, one of the favorite players here in Glendale and around the country. Represented the United States so many occasions. 17 years a rugby player. Trusty left boot of hers gets 3 more in her career. It's the Glendale Merlins 8, the San Diego Surfers 3 after 15 minutes.
There's a nice hit back there from the Merlins after giving up 3 to the Surfers down the other end.
To Glendale. Takes her time to go deep. Oh, it's been knocked on and then played by Jenny Lou. Oh, she put her hand up but touched her boot. We'll have to bring Mark Nelson in for that.
We'll figure it out together.
Hey, watch coming around! Watch coming around!
Yeah, and also it's so tricky, right? Because you're standing in front of the ball and you want to pick it up. But well explained there by our referee guru, Mark Nelson, who's been helping us the last few weeks here. Great opportunity here for the San Diego Surfers. Got blindside on the right if they need it. Here they go. Grenling goes on that side now. It's picked up. There she is in support. Grenling throws it to the outside. White pitch trying to get in the way. Wonder if she got a hand to that.
Where's the mark? Thank you. Yeah, I have a knock on here.
Yeah, it's an interesting contest there from White pitch out that wing. You see Panky, she's fuming as well. She's looking for it as well. I think it should be more than just a knock on. You take a look at the replay.
I need you guys to temper your hit. I need you guys to be able to take a hit. Keep your weight.
Well, it looks like it's knocked down in that part of the field, possibly a yellow as well.
Well, let's bring in our referee commentator, Mark Nelson. So what is the referee looking for in that situation?
It's just basically looking for the intent to disrupt the play. If there's a deliberate intent to disrupt the play, then it's probably mostly a yellow card. If she is going for the ball and knocks the ball up and tries to catch it, then it's kind of a play on. But we're really judging intent and then the disruption of the play.
Well, here go the Surfers again. Intent to score a try if they can. Grenling ducks down. Stolber contains her. They're inside the 22 still. Good support there. Lindsay Crump gets involved. Fuji from Boston went to Cornell University. Now Panky, what a flick. Out the back, the former basketball star gets it away. Looking for another sniping run is Tran. Great break in the first 10 minutes already, and now Panky again. Standing start.
Stay down, stay down!
She's won 7's national title and a 15's national title. They go wide. Zachary's there. Zachary pushes off White pitch. Goes into the 22 again.
15, stop moving, stop moving.
One of the favorite players for Richard Walker's 7-a-side team. You can see why. Kate Zachary.
She has rights to the ball. No, she has
Merlins come in and steal this. Again, so powerful over it. It's Shalosky. Again, that's there with Lou in support.
Shalosky, what a WPL season she has had. The second steal of the match.
You're on it. Yep.
Take a look there. You could hear referee Brian saying she has rights to it, she has rights to it, and she does. And not releasing there in San Diego. And really, those forwards from San Diego, it's their job to get Shalosky out of there one way or another.
Yeah, she puts herself in such a good body position to get that. So Gina Piet now the line out. The Merlins, 20 minutes gone. Dropped that one, but they managed to keep it with Shabbat. And more goes to the ground. Ooh, digs us out. That's Shalaski and picture. Wow. Strong collision against Villarreal. Switch wasn't on target, so the Surfers get this outside the 22. Advantage for them. Easterling ducks down. Peterson's all over it.
Okay, you guys.
No advantage coming.
First. Okay, knock first.
Christine Peterson probably saved her side there. She didn't get over the top of that ball. They got quick ball. The Surfers that was troubled on this left-hand side. They had big numbers. Come back for the initial knock on. The fly half Stolber may have actually tricked her own runner. She had that ball out in 2 hands, and then that late turning switch led to the knock on, and now still under pressure here. We've seen this many times from the Merlins, so they've defended, they've been camped in their own end, and next thing you know, they'll go the length of the field. They've got some weapons, especially in that back three.
Let's see, they got a lot of space too, the blind side. Grenling last time shifted across. She was the recipient that got it off.
You guys.
Francesca Villarreal.
I need you to stop leaning in before the ball's in. I need you to sit square and hold your weight. Okay.
Good instruction there from referee Brian. So look for Villarreal, number 8. She plays tackle football for the Rialto Rebels.
Okay, we got it.
Her position is outside linebacker and running back.
Here we go, ladies.
She is ferocious in the contact as well. Great addition for this San Diego Surfers team. Head coach Jared Fuller said they've struggled with their experience that is left, but they've got some good young stars as well developing here. Trujillo feeds, it scrums under pressure of the Merlins. Come away with them that side. Battle up front has been tremendous. And the Merlins get a full-on penalty.
Okay. I need gold captain and I need blue captain.
Now let's listen in here to Lee Bryan as she talks to both the captains.
And I need blue captain.
Rashani and Shabbat.
Okay, a couple things. Over here, one of your flanks also came unbound. Okay. It was marginal and she kicked the ball, keeping it in the scrum. Okay, yep. Okay, over here, it's looking more straight. Okay, so just keep that push, that's fine. Your tight head needs to keep up, and so does your loose head. Okay, both sides.
Can we keep their 3 square?
Yep, I will keep working on that side, but I need you guys to take care of those things right now.
I think there was an interesting debate
There you have it. Referee Bryant just trying to tidy things up at the scrum.
Yeah. All right.
Now gives both captains a chance to go and relay that message to their teams. We'll resume with a penalty and the left foot of Hannah Stolber. Looks to pick up some valuable meters here for the Merlins. Not quite getting them out of their own end, unfortunately, but they'll have the line out just shy of the halfway line. Still in the lead, 8 points to 3. There's 22 minutes gone here in the first half.
Yep, Gina Beard. Not straight.
Not straight.
Opportunity here for the Surfers to take back possession.
Line out? Okay. Line out here.
That's a pretty good indication right there, Dallin, that San Diego aren't really comfortable with the scrum. There's been some issues at the scrum, and that's a little victory there for especially the tight 5 for the Merlins.
Oh, it certainly is. They'll be loving that. They'll be smiling. Obviously focusing on the lineup now as Pankey goes and drops down there, but take it by Reinhardt at the front. Off she sets. Surfers more comfortable with that option than at scrum time. Zachary, first receiver, turns it back in. Villarreal in there.
No more hands! No more hands!
Zalaski trying to get in there again for the 3rd time, trying to pinch it. They keep it tight. There's a wall of defenders, though, very close by. In that wall, they keep rumbling. Jessie Bader, over the Brookton Rugby Club back in the day. Now, Oshani, well tackled.
13 from the side.
The centre partner just coming in from the wrong side.
Yeah, Tran, I think she was expecting a little bit more resistance there as she came flying in over that ruck. Stolber Finds another opportunity here to pick up some territory.
No, it's
that
not.
one doesn't find the line.
Still in field. Something's wrong with Stolber's kicking boot, that's for sure. And likely second miss, and then lift up off the ground. Look dangerous from this angle here. If they turn it back to the inside to the surface, Lindsay Crump was involved there. Flat one to take right out on the outside. The prop three-quarter. There she goes over the halfway line. Gets the stiff arm. Looking for the support runners. Panky's there to help out. Surfers. There's nobody back for the Merlins. They go down. Villarreal. Farmer is in there. Farmer steals that. Bryant takes a tumble as well. It's all happening here at Infinity Park. Stolber, the dummy kick, gets wrapped up. Zachary has her. Shalosky works around the fringes. Gets the extra meters as Jenny Liu digs in. McElroy. Still there, wide pitch. We've seen how she can motor. This time not much room to operate though. Shalosky. All over that is Zachary. Great body position as well, and she's forced that turnover. Stunning stuff from the flanker.
They don't provide many opportunities to the Merlins to score points, so when you get them, you've got to take them with both hands. That long run by Reinhardt, they had that opportunity. Like you'd mentioned, Dallin, they brought the fullback up, and they're going to tap and go here.
Oh, indeed. They've taken it quickly yet again. It's Villarreal, thump to the deck by Jojo Kitlinski. Now Panky. The call is hammer. You can see them driving it up. Now Beard trying to hold this up. It's finally now on the ground. It's a ruck has formed. Zachary, all sorts of pressure on her. She gets a pass away. Trujillo looping around. Surfers have another penalty. It's 2 in a row. Thought about going quickly, but Trujillo's down.
This will slow things up enough to probably want to take 3 points. Fullback Blythe steps up and will take the shot here to bring them back within 2 points.
Surfers wanting to keep this one as close as they possibly can. Going to have a pop on the posts here. Attempting this penalty kick for the Surfers, number 15, Tia Blythe.
Tia Blythe, former soccer sensation. Stabs this one through yet again. 8-6, 26 minutes gone. Just 2 points separates these two sides in this WPL fixture.
It's a big one here for the Surfers. They really need to get this win. Of course, for them, if they can get a win here today, it comes down to that last clash against the All Blues.
Yeah, that's the exciting thing about the season. It's never over. Berkeley All Blues holding on to the second spot, but Surfers see how they go in the last few fixtures. Taken there by Crump, the attorney. Brenling goes wide, looking to step yet again. Martin's been very impressive with her footwork. Beats one. Panky fakes, gets a go-forward ball. She won that national title with the Scion rugby side. Been turned over here as Stolber has it on that far side. She's got support with her, cutting back in beautifully. Tornado still going. Into the 22, the Merlins.
Turnover's good.
And they've lost that one through Sam Panky.
Came through the middle.
But they've claimed it back. Full-on penalty. The tap and go, not 10 meters surely. Jenny Liu for the line. Oh, this could be danger times here for the Surfers.
Please. Okay,
well, how about that? The back and forth, the turnovers, the penalties.
Thank you.
It's all happening. We'll come back. They weren't back 10 after that quick tap from Liu.
Mark's on the 5 if you want it.
I wouldn't mind seeing a scrum pack down here, Dallin. Put the pressure on.
Scrum.
And that's what they elect to do. No surprise with the skipper, Sarah Shabbat.
Well, that's right. We saw it a couple of weeks ago as well, opting for scrum after scrum. And it's paid dividends with Farmer at the back. She scored a double just a few weekends ago here. What can the Merlins do with this one? Very tight first half so far. Just one try in it.
You've got Pankey locking down the blind side. Very strong defender. It's going to be up to the newcomer Villarreal. Play a bit of linebacker, so we know she can hit. Can you stop the irrepressible force that is Carmen Farmer?
Here we go, Lou.
Stay on.
Farmer has it at the back.
We have advantage.
Going for a pushover scrum. They're near the line.
I got it.
Zachary dives in for the ball, but it's a penalty try. 7 points on the board.
Penalty try.
Confusion all around for the players. They don't understand what's going on. And it is 7 points for the Merlins. They've struck with a scrum that was being pushed over for a try.
Well, there shouldn't be a conversion here, should there?
I know. There's no kick.
And there, referee Lee Bryan lays down the law as well. And there you see the penalty. Cynical play at the back as they dived in. Farmer still had control of that ball at the back of the scrum. As the Surfers players dived in. Forcing that penalty try, and that's a big one, and that's that new rule. Mark, maybe you can talk us through that. The penalty try now worth an immediate 7 points. What was the thinking behind initiating that rule?
I think it's just to speed up the game and then just get rid of the conversion. It's pretty much a given. The top kickers these days is right in the middle of the post, and just to kind of speed up. Yeah, so here we see the scrum going. It's actually the scrum collapse as well on its way into the try. It's not the offside, but it's more of like the scrum collapse. That's probably why there's not a yellow card associated with this penalty try, because there's a front row player, and it's just a scrum collapse under pressure. And, no conversion, just the speed of the game, especially in sevens, because there's so little time.
That's right. Meanwhile, 15-6 after 30 minutes here, the home side. They've got 2 tries. One a penalty try and one scored by Alison Hale. Pankey up in the air. Oh, she looks like she was almost getting over the 10-meter mark. She's protesting that, the former basketball star. I got to be on her side for that one.
Receiving scrum.
We'll come back to the scrum at halfway. We talked about that with the conditions with some of these kicks and what the rules are with the ball going 10, going over the post, etc., etc. There you see that referee Bright not happy with the scrums thus far. She wants a little bit better effort up front, especially from the Surfers front row. It's just getting a nice square engage here.
Jenny Lou, USA 15's scrum half feeds first. The scrum goes backwards. Surfers are piling into that. They have advantage. And there it is for Trujillo as Grenling has got the sleek sensation. Blythe going across field looking for a switch. Does it? Dummy Blythe on the outside. The slippery eel has got Hale on. Great tackle from Ellie Hale to stop a certain try. Crooks comes in to collect. Zachary's on her. No advantage coming, and what a try saver. Also a superb move there from Blythe with a dummy.
That certainly was. I tell you, the warring-sized Tia Blythe looks very, very dangerous when she gets a little bit of space. You see the replay, the dummy fooled everyone. Sat down Thompson. Cribs as well. Hale scoring tries and saving them as well. Beautiful stuff there.
I'm just waiting for them to stop driving.
Crouch!
So this half has flown by, just 7 minutes left. 15-6 Glendale Merlins lead.
Hold up. Okay.
Jenny Lou, not happy about
Okay, so we're just going to reset.
Bind.
Okay. Yeah.
Looks like Hale may have slotted back into fullback already, Dallin, after 30 minutes.
All right, guys, let's do this.
She's lined up just in the pocket of Tornado, who's an inside centre, and there seems to be someone else on the wheel. I'm not too sure if that's Cribs that has slipped back there or there's been a replacement.
Take a look to see how the back shape up now, as you said.
Oh, come on. Set!
Cribs just lurking near Stolber. Very flat as a back line. Ball comes out, Kalinski peels around. Now Lou brings it back to the forwards who are waiting here with Beard. Beard tackled by our opposite number, Carrasquillo, and now Stolber puts it downfield. It's going to come straight down to Tia Blythe. The one player you want to keep the ball away from. Blythe gets through one. Still goes into Farmer. Cholowski tries to dig in there. Loses a footing. And now Villarreal yet again. Gets past Stolber, but brought down by Kadlinski. There's space to the right-hand side. Grenling puts it to the boot instead. Chases are there. Not a bad-looking kick. Just goes a bit too far.
Yeah, the option.
We'll go all the way back to the point where the ball was kicked as it went over the sideline in goals. So the difference between a 22 restart, now a scrum. Back on the 40.
Stop. Hold the mark.
They all get to listen in here, Lee Bryan and assistant referee
Make sure the
Chikirko.
connection to the radio is tight.
Oh, no, we're just going to fix the radio.
Just push him in. Nice.
Bryan, such a veteran of the game, just making sure
Sorry, guys.
equipment's working. Also fashionista off the field as well. She was in Project Runway season 13.
Thank you.
Didn't get very far though, but she entered. It's pretty fantastic from the referee. Make it work, designers, and there she is back again. So, 5 minutes. The Glendale Raptors have a wide attack.
Okay, stop. I'm okay with this side. I'm watching this side. This one seems stable. Okay. I can't hear you, Derek. Yeah, I got it. Crouch!
Jenny Lou ready to go. In fact, her shirts for Project Rugby Love on sale here at the stadium, raising funds, and Farmer taps and goes. Wants to get the pass away to Stolber, and here they go. Tordonato on a short line. Pressure there on McElroy. Grenling read that well. They try to turn this over. Zachary's on her feet.
10, I need you to roll away faster.
This has been a little bit of the narrative here in the first half, Dallin, has been these penalties from the Surfers that are just allowing the Merlins to get out of their own end. They've done a great job of controlling them, defending well, but then the penalties. It's the third one that comes to mind that's allowed Stolber just to clear that ball out of danger.
Keeps him on the front foot and stops any momentum here for the Surfers. Good ball at the front. The maul is set. Merlins drive it up. Finally collapsed now. Is it available there for Lou to dig out? No, unplayable.
I didn't see anyone. Drag it down.
Referee getting asked a question there by a few of the Merlin players. That was dragged down.
So you? Okay. You're too low. Listen, your head is going below your hips. I need you to keep a straight back, and your head cannot go below your hips.
Real again,
okay?
getting a talking to. That's Reinhardt, sorry. Getting a talking to from referee Bryant. Just need to fix this scrum up. All the issues seem to be on this side of it as well.
Everything true. Tonga.
It's always a struggle at scrum time against any Merlin pack.
Set.
Under pressure. Jamila Reinhardt, the US Navy officer. They get a short on penalty though. Early push. Zachary goes to the back and takes it on the correct mark and gets through Farmer's arm. The offload knocked down there by the Merlins. It'll be a scrum as the clock ticks away to the first half.
Kate Zachary is proving to be quite a handful for the Merlins here in the first half. I'm sure if they make their adjustments at the break, her involvement is going to be critical. Great run from her here, sorry, and there's the offload. Just clips the hand there of Thompson. penalty scrum here for the Surfers, just shy of halfway.
No, you guys aren't even lined up straight over here. Yeah. Okay, reset. Hookers, you guys are the ones that line it up, so if you don't like something, it's on you. Okay. Crouch!
Well, Coach Kitcheries for the Merlin said that the Surfers will step up and throw everything at them. Certainly done that so far. Just 9 points the difference. Ball at the back there. Was that dropped? Yes, it was.
Not fun.
I can't even keep my feet on the ground.
That's just pressure, isn't it, down at the back? You've got to give a huge rat there to the Merlin's pack. So difficult at the back of the scrum, even with stable ball, to bend down and pick that up, but being driven back. Villarreal never had much of a chance. At that point, you're almost better just flicking it between the legs back to your scrum half and not even trying to go down and pick that ball up. But kudos. Merlin's pack doing the job early on.
That's right. Jamie Burke working hard with his forward pack. Short on penalty now. It comes the other way. Farmer has it at the back. She goes on a run. Kotlinski's with her. Throws it back to Peterson on the inside. And then she loses that one with a big, strong tackle on her.
Okay, guys.
No advantage coming as we
I have a knock here. No, we still got time.
have one more play probably for the end of this first half.
Great job, bud. 12 seconds.
Yeah, Peterson, another one of these players who I've been ultra impressed with through this WPL season. She's rotated between the bench and starting. And
we had a stable over here.
looking at this pack today, it looks like she may have forced her way into the starting lineup moving forward. New handling error there, right on the shadows of half-time. How critical is it here? Firstly, for the Merlins not to give up any points, but for the Surfers and their fans watching, a try here would be absolutely phenomenal to go into the break with.
That's right. Or just getting away the ball out of the scrum would be vital than kicking it to touch. It goes up the tunnel. We're in extreme pressure right now at the 22-meter mark.
Maybe I'll talk about. They're driving when you snap the ball, so maybe I won't fall. Yeah,
you're on it.
Thank you, just offering a word here to
Okay, guys,
Trio.
next dead ball's half.
Next dead ball. Just want to hack it out if you're a Surfer fan.
Listen for the end, ladies. Listen for the end.
Crouch!
All right, here we go. So
Fine!
Sun starts to set here at beautiful Glendale, Colorado. Good number of fans who come out to support this triple header. The scrum goes to the side again, disintegrates. And they get the full-on penalty of the Merlins. It's not what the Surfers want. Lou says, calm it down.
Yeah. Good time.
And Jenny Lou knows that there's always time for the line out off a penalty. It's got to go out, though. Yes, it is. Summers is on the mark.
Take it up
and
to
it's a 5-meter line out. Good kick there from Hannah Stolber.
Certainly was, down. Of course, that is the new rule that came in this summer.
How many?
Half cannot end on a penalty. So now the Merlins rapping at the door yet again.
They go to the front, look for that ball. No, they've got Chabot down the short side, and Chabot is shut down in a ferocious tackle. Surfers are half-fiving each other. They will go to the half, and it's 2 tries versus 2 penalties in this close encounter. It's the home side, the Glendale Merlins, that lead off the 40 minutes, 15-6 against the San Diego Surfers. We'll be right back with their highlights.
Close, convenient, cozy. Where rugby stays. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek. Located within walking distance of Glendale's Infinity Park Stadium and minutes away from the Cherry Creek Shopping Center and downtown. Featuring 3,000 square feet of meeting space, luxurious guest rooms with our signature Hyatt Grand Beds and complimentary breakfast. Prepare for your match in our 24-hour Stay Fit gym and connect with work, family, and friends on free Wi-Fi. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek, where rugby stays.
My mom and dad, they looked it up online because I wanted to do tackle football, but they were trying to find a safer sport.
I started playing rugby since it seemed like it looked really fun. You
work together as a team. It helps me work on tackling, passing the ball, communicating. And the best part is scoring a try. Put down those video games and play rugby.
Come out and see it.
It's a lot of fun.
If everybody does their best, then I believe it's the most fun, really.
My name is Louis Cohn. I had a heart attack running a race. 6 bypasses later, here I am. All the people at the hospital, they were unbelievable. They just took such great care of me. I'm climbing, I do all the things I love to do, and I'm just enjoying life.
St. Joseph, Good Samaritan, and Lutheran, together providing a deeper level of personalized care.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
And welcome back to beautiful Glendale, Colorado. Stunning scenes in the background here at Infinity Park. And it's been a very tense affair. The Glendale Merlins lead so far 15-6 against the San Diego Surfers. Just 2 tries in that first half as you see the youngsters in action right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. As we take a look at the highlights, Ali Hale. She starts on the wing. She reverts back to fullback. She gets the first try for the Merlins. There was a couple of penalties that separated this one. This is a penalty try. Farmer at the back controls it. Scrum disintegrates. Referee Bryant, no option but for the penalty try, and that left us where we are at 15 points to 6.
And earlier today, Mike Donovan was with Hannah Staub and Carmen Farmer, who are retiring at the end of the season.
We got our fall after school rugby kiddos playing. So
So we've got some audio difficulties there, but we have seen Hannah Staub and Carmen Farmer who are honored for their service by the city of Glendale. 6 seasons there from Hannah Stolber and 1 brilliant season, and this will be the second now from Carmen Farmer. And Hannah Stolber also presented a jersey to Mike Donovan as well. Just 2 legends of the game on and off the field, and wonderful work and great honor for them to receive this year. Kids in the action. And we'll be right back with more action. Second half coming up soon.
Today's match from Rugby Town, USA is brought to you by Hilton Garden Inn. For a convenient and comfortable stay, choose Hilton Garden Inn, Cherry Creek, an official hotel partner of Infinity Park.
Looking for some extra room to stretch out and relax? Our suites are spacious, comfortable, and convenient for the quick or extended stay.
This is more like
Hampton Inn and Suites, Denver Cherry Creek, big enough for rugby.
He stole my heart from the minute he was born. They couldn't get me to stop bleeding, so I was taken into the OR.
I was scared that my wife wasn't going to make it back.
I probably wouldn't be here today without the amazing work of the care and delivery team.
One of the best things that we did was choose a hospital that could take care of not only Bodie, but also Casey.
At SCL Health, we're people healing people.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
And welcome back to Infinity Park. We've fixed our audio issues, and let's have a listen now to Mayor Mike Donovan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rugby Town, USA, Glendale, Colorado. It's with great pleasure and also some sadness, because I feel old now.
Me too.
Yeah, that people are starting to retire around me. Normally the voters retire, the politicians.
Right.
But you've made this decision yourself. Two of the best rugby players in the United States are playing their last game here today. Carmen Farmer and Hannah Stobel. Big hand of applause. Now, Carmen, you've only been playing rugby 5 years, is that correct?
Yes.
That's an incredible feat. You won with Glendale, part of the 2015 National Women's Premier League runner-up team, member of Rugby Team USA in the Olympics. You're an Olympian. Past member of the Severn River Rugby Club. Tell us briefly about your experience here in Rugby Town, USA.
It's been fantastic. I've only been here a couple of years, but everyone's been extremely welcoming, and it's just a fantastic place. I wish I'd gotten here sooner.
So do we. Congratulations, and you've been a tremendous addition to this team. And in life in general, in the world of rugby, you're going to stick around. You're not going anywhere.
Oh, no, I'll be here.
Big hand for Carmen.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to say one of my old friends, but since I'm old, I won't do that. 17 years playing rugby. 6 with Glendale at the number 10 position. Been a part of the 2013 and 16 national WPL runner-up teams while leading the team to the 2014 and 15 national championship. Hannah Stobel, you're one of the best. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 of the best rugby players the United States has ever produced. 3 cheers. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Mike, if I can, real quick.
And Hannah, a word.
Sorry, just a word real quick. Want to thank you and the city of Glendale for everything you guys have done for us, our women's program, individually and collectively. We just absolutely love playing here. It's the best place to play in the country, and I couldn't ask for anything else. We both wanted to donate our World Cup jerseys from 2014. So just appreciate having you guys help us get there. And everything you've done for us.
These will be proudly framed and displayed in the track club. Thank you so much.
A quick break. We'll be right back with the second half action. It's the Glendale Merlins 15, San Diego 6.
Looking for some extra room to stretch out and relax? Our suites are spacious, comfortable, and convenient for the quick or extended stay.
This is more like it.
Hampton Inn and Suites, Denver Cherry Creek, big enough for rugby.
And welcome back here to beautiful Infinity Park. The rugby fans have been treated to some lovely action. It has been a very tight affair as the home side, the Glendale Merlins, lead 15 points to 6 against the San Diego Surfers. I'm Daniel Stanford, joining commentary by former Eagle sensation Dan Power.
Now, it was a very intense first 40. You get the feeling this game's on a razor's edge. This next 10-15 minutes can really dictate terms here. The Surfers, they are absolutely desperate. They know a win here today is necessary for them to really kind of control their destiny.
She was
a loss here doesn't exactly put a nail in their coffin, but it's not going to help, whereas a win for Glendale, it secures them the #1 seed down in Tucson.
So it'll be the San Diego Surfers on the left of your screen, their blue outfit to kick off. Referee is Lee Bryant. Assisted by Nick Tricarico and Derek Summers. And the Merlins in yellow will receive this 40 minutes in this WPL 2017 regular league fixture. The finals will take place November 10th and 12th in Tucson, Arizona, coming up next month. Hunter Grenling, her side, 2 penalties through Tia Blythe. They kick it up to Stolber in her last home match ever. Gets taken to the ground courtesy of Sam Pankey, her former teammate with the Eagles. And now Shalusky had a great first half as Beard rampages it up. Well supported there. Onto the field as well. There is Amondi Shadalea off the bench for the Merlins. McElroy ducks down in there. Some big contact. Carly Thompson. Now they cut in again. Surfers, a lot of tackles being made. Farmer gets around a couple, gets the offload, but low to pick up. And then all over this is the Surfers. Zachary, of course, at the breakdown. She's their first receiver, gets Pankey with her. Those two working in tandem. Thrown back in field, picked up there from Carrasquillo. Went to the University of Northern Iowa. Hands to the far side, and they take possession nicely there with Kimmy Tran. Been impressed with her footwork. Pankey into the traffic yet again. Onto the field there's Dana Mishkizi. There she is, national champion from last year. Gets the fan going. We're in 21 right now. Ball is there for the Merlins. Lou comes in all over this, and they get a penalty to the Merlins straight away to start the half.
Yeah, we saw this in the first half, Dallin. These penalties that just give Glendale a free passage out of their own territory.
Yep, you're on it.
Stolber went short with one of her kicks looking for the line the first half. Wind has died down. This one gets over the sideline.
Onto the field there's Kristen Suter as well. She's in 20 for the Glendale team, the aviation consultant, former captain of the team. Off the bench, Gina Beard. Nice take at the top there, and backwards by McElroy, 24-year-old. Driving towards the halfway line. One of the Merlin players crumples to the ground. It's Shadow Leah. That's not playable.
Nice job, ladies. Nice job.
There you go. It's a good turnover there for the Surfers. See if they've made some adjustments to the scrum here at the break. It appears to be the same front row for the Surfers, though.
Keep straight. Keep your shoulder out.
Reinhardt.
Watch the drive.
Carrasquillo.
Sorry.
They do.
Well, meanwhile, at the 8th position, it's Zachary's there. 21 onto the field. And that's going to be Lauren Brisbane for the San Diego Surfers. Closest to the ball there. Zachary. The back. Better scrum from the Surfers. And there it is available. No, it's surely a big on penalty here. And this is not France. Chatelea comes in from the side.
19.
Yeah, that was a baffling penalty to give away from the Merlins. That ball not even remotely looking like it was out.
Marcus up here.
I do like the change, though. I like Zachary at the back of the scrum, her athleticism.
Oh, it's in field.
That's critical, Mera.
Peterson has White Pitch with her. White Pitch. Gets around one. Surfers almost had this and lost their footing. Shalusky ducks down, gets the pass away to Peterson, who steps off the left. Thumped to the ground from Reinhardt. But Stolber On attack, Suda throws the dummy. Suda off the bench. What an impact. Still going. Finally knocked down by Easterling.
Ball's coming.
Merlins.
Ball's coming.
Beard once. Farmer. Well hounded and a good tackle again by Reinhardt. Stoppers on the right-hand side. Chandelier here on the left. Has Shabbat with her and runs into Zachary. Zachary very strong in the contact. They set the maul to the Merlins. Lou desperately trying to dig this one out. And who's in there? Zachary finally goes to the ground. And they forced a turnover. The Surfers sublime yet again with that.
They did a great job there of holding Chandelier up. I thought the turnover was going to come a touch earlier. Glendale, though, marched it forward. Just could not produce the ball. With the replay, strong work you can see. The Surfers players, and it looks like Zachary again, the replacement coming on in Brisbane, is doing her job as well. Closest to you on the screen. And that was enough. Deemed unplayable. Positive outcome there for the Surfers.
It certainly is. Well, it's classic Richie Walker Sevens coaching there. Getting Zachary behind the ball, just holding it up. And they've turned it around now. So, San Diego Surfers still down by 9. The ball is out. They're diving onto this one. It finally comes to the Surfers as they look to go through Aaron Child. And that Aaron Child claim just diving down on the ground. It's what you want as Gwendolyn gets in there. Vader still in there for the Surfers. Bryant's in the way, unless Bryant's going to kick this one. Gwendolyn wants it. It's got to stay in. White pitch has this nicely. Got support with her in Hale. Hale scored one already. Quick ball as Stolber takes it to the line. Tornado cuts back in beautifully. Surfers being taken wide, left to right, as Chalaski goes down to the ground. Big contact on her as Farmer looks for the width, and there they come. Lou, quick support, wide pitch. Not a lot of room to operate. Stolber again. He's got Charlo with her. They go with McElroy. Full-on penalty here. It was only a matter of time.
They're doing a good job here. The Merlins are stretching this Surfers side. Get the feeling, Dallin, that there's going to be some cracks that will start to appear here. There's some more changes come in.
You guys.
That's an interesting change. The last home game, Carmen Farmer being replaced after 7 minutes of the second half. The field will be Maddie Finch for her.
Gina Beard collects this. Funny story, she got locked into a trunk of a car, her brother's car, and family thought she was kidnapped. It's just her brother driving, so she got out okay in the end. Not sure how she ended up there, Beard, but she's better with the line out. Trolowski into the 22, the Merlins. And Stolber, they go wide. Tackle still coming thick and fast from the San Diego Surfers. Stolber flicks it back in field. Chandelier is there, was forward.
Not a bad option, just slightly telegraphed there.
I'm gonna take it here.
I mean, you know, Dallin, when you're playing that inside runner, that inside ball, you've got to almost be looked to playing the opposite way. You step off that outside foot, straighten the attack, and then hit the inside runner. Just kind of ambling to the line there, telegraphs it a bit, and then Chandelier was unable to time a run off that inside pass, deep forward. That's a big let off there for the Surfers. I thought they were starting to show just a few little signs of just being worn down from this Merlin side.
It's okay, we'll reset. We'll
This
reset.
little break from defending could be just what they need to get back into this this game here.
Yeah, they've been asked to make a lot of tackles. And that certainly wears on the side. Haven't made many changes as well. Got Dana Mashkizi on field and Lauren Brisbane as well. Mashkizi, USA Sevens player, also Galaxy Touch as well. Trio goes again. She finally gets it out and breaks around the blind side. Wide pitch is good on, with the tackle on Maddie Ehrenchild. Reinhardt. Need a spark to the surface. Somebody just to bust through. Grendling reaches for that, goes backwards. Got O'Shani. Hasn't had much position in the midfield. There's the Eagle scrum off. Grendling sets up on a run on the outside. Gets her pass away as well to Blythe. Mullins, though, swarm to defend that far side. Brisbane
11.
Concede a penalty, playing the ball on the ground.
And Grendling just looks a little more dangerous when she takes the line on instead of just standing and passing. Very athletic. Has good footwork. The more she starts running here, the better the surfers are going to be. For now, this penalty you would think would give Hannah Stolber a chance to put it in the 22, just shy of the 22 in fact. Still 30 minutes to play, Dallin, but I really feel if the Merlins can put points on here, it doesn't even have to be a try. I think we'll walk away with 3. I think emotionally it could be just quite draining for the Surfers side.
That's right, points have been hard to come by for the Surfers, just 2 penalties. Yet to score a 5-pointer. This one be taken by Brisbane for the Surfers and then knocked back, so the Merlins will get this in the end. Fortunate stuff after losing the line-out. Tordonato sits off on a good run. Here they go with Carly Thompson.
Yeah, the hands in on that one.
And then Reinhardt gets involved then, steals it for the Surfers. Team from Southern California, holding on here. That's a better drive. Getting them back on the front foot. Brisbane has Zachary on her shoulder.
Roll away!
Grendling has to kick this one back to O'Shani. Finally, she puts it to the boot. An awkward-looking kick and spirals around. Great take there from Tia Blythe. And it's advantage for a knock-on, though, and the Merlins have this one through Lou. They go to McElroy. Suda in to help out. Still the same side with White Pitch. Justine White Pitch hasn't had a lot of open running.
Still playing advantage.
Now the Merlins work, and that is Maddie Finch out of Hamilton, New Zealand. No advantage coming, though, so still with the Merlins.
Yeah, some bodies strewn across the pitch here at Infinity Park. The concerning one is going to be that of Kimmy Tran to the surface. Big collision came out here. She looked to shut down the play. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of her. Yeah, it looks to be okay. Take rugby in. Join our winter indoor rugby sessions on Saturdays, November 18th through December 16th at the Glendale Sports Centre Gym. This program is for both boys and girls, kindergarten through 8th grade. Learn more at raptorsacademy.com/indoor.
Wonderful. Get the youngsters out as young as grade K, carving it up inside on Saturday mornings. You probably see Dan Powell coming there with his youngsters as well.
I might actually try to play. That's about my level now, K through 8. Wouldn't mind getting out there and running around. It's a good initiative. I know there's always been that criticism of what do you do in these cold weather states with rugby? And now they've got the facilities start moving into all these big field houses and turf. It's becoming more and more accessible. It's a great little initiative. Not that you have to worry about that in beautiful California, Dallin.
No, that's true. But here, where it snows every now and again, a little stick in the car, whatever they use that for. Stolmer goes, turns it back on the inside. It's a super sub. Andrea Brzezinski was into play there. Still available for Lou as they go down the far side. Stolber again. The Merlins looking to unlock this defense. Quick hands. Shalusky. She's been one of the most active forwards so far in this game. Beard knocks this one backwards, and then no advantage coming for a knock-on.
We heard a little of the on-field halftime interview. The viewers at home weren't able to pick it up, but they were talking to Kit Rue as the coach, and she just said how scrappy the game was, and really gets that feeling. I don't know if the Merlins have one eye already on Tucson with what's going on, whether the emotion with the farewell match for Stolber and Farmer has got them caught up, but they're just unable to close the door on this game. I really feel if they can put one more try on here, that the Surfers would have a tough time coming back, just not executing up to their standard this evening.
That's certainly well said there, Dan. So the Surfers still in this. Scrum goes down, just going to reset here, and Surfers have been working pretty hard in their defense, getting the correct spacing, matching the numbers, launching on D.
Time is off.
But there's a player down hurt here.
Time is off.
Do you guys have a trainer?
Glendale Rugby is hosting an open combine for men 18 and older on November 5th at Infinity Park. Do you have what it takes to represent one of the Glendale Rugby teams? Get registered at glendaleRugby.com/combine.
Wow, that's a great opportunity for players to come out here and get seen, and we saw the under-20s program carve it up. I'm surprised you still have your voice after those tries, but jeepers, what a great opportunity. GlendaleRugby.com.
Well, they've got the infrastructure now here, Dallin. If you think you're a good athlete, you look at the Carlin Isles, the Perry Bakers. They got into that good infrastructure with Mike Friday, and now they're Olympians. And that is an Olympic sunset right there. Gold, gold, gold for America.
Yeah, being Pinkelman, one of those players here, turned out to be an Olympian in the end, picked up rugby at a late age. Phenomenal to see. And on the field, Carmen Farmer, who was played just a few moments in this game. She's off now. She played in the Rio Olympics as well in 2016. Part of the US women's side with Richie Walker as the head coach. Back to the live action we go. 25 minutes left. And it's 15-6 still with the Glendale Merlins up. Ball is left there for Trio to pick up, and Grendling now under a bit of pressure as the Merlin line comes up high. Tranny down that side. Still available for the Surfers. Busting through, what a run! Laura Easterling, and then to Pankey. Sam Pankey. Tremendous effort from those two forwards.
Back, back.
Brisbane in quick support. Cuts back in and met with a wall.
Get out.
You're affecting play.
Affecting play is the call, and it's a good one there from Lee Bryant.
Okay. Chill. Two passes, go. Hurry up. I need one here. Here we go. One there.
Trujillo, she's going to tap and go. Plays left and right. Goes through with Crump. Crumpled in the end.
Hold.
Still there though. Now Pankey drops this one backwards. Luckily.
Hold.
Here they work again. Amondi falling across that side. Two in a row. They tap and go. Zachary not on the mark.
Mark's over here.
Hey, set up again. Let's go. Set up again.
Captain.
I just wonder if they're out of the range of Blythe here. The breeze still just not as aggressive as it was earlier.
That one was from the side and not rolling away.
It's okay.
I need more discipline in the center of the field. I need them to get out of the rucks. Okay. Hold.
You see, referee Bryant.
Okay.
These infringements in the center of the field can sometimes be costly. We're going to tap and play again.
More discipline needed by the Merlin side. Meanwhile, Reinhardt has another bullocking run. All Navy athlete, played in the Women's Rugby World Cup in Ireland. And they go with Pankey, another Eagle sensation. Working around the fringes. Crump yet again.
Take a step.
Zachary. This is their strategy, moving left and right, and Trujillo looping around. Oshani! She dropped that one, no. Panky yet again, they pull out through the back. Merlins come flying up on Glendale. Tornado with a good tackle. Surface still working around the fringes. Easterling.
Take a step, take a step. Up.
Panky in the half gap. Couldn't get a pass away on that occasion. This is better front football for Glendale to attack with. Oshani, here they got Blythe. We know she can motor, wrong foots a couple. Gets a pass away to the far side there. Martin on that corner. The United States Marine Corps jet pilot just gets pushed to detach.
There we go, go down!
The Merlins up to the task so far here.
They are really offsides.
Yeah.
I think the experiment of Oshani at 12 is not working out for the Surfers. She needs to be getting touches. She's a high-volume player. I think the move has to come pretty soon. They're putting her at 9 or 10, perhaps.
Glendale could easily slot in that midfield position. And
4.
penalty against the Surfers. And again, just a let off. They were so close inside the 22 and then entered from the side.
You're on it.
Good kick down towards that touchline. Merlins strong in the line.
That's a ball. Stay. No.
Ball's been stolen there by Easterling. How did she do that? The Urban Farmer just gets this one away, and here they go. She's trying to step back in. Good work there in the end from the Merlins, though. They robbed this one back. Brzezinski off the bench, and Nasuda at 9. Quick hands, and they've got a breakout here. Thompson over the halfway line. She was held in the tackle, and then didn't release the ball.
Must release.
Let's have a look at that steal. You wanted to see how he did it? Let's have a look. She goes. Oh, the ball just pops up for her. Well, Halloween around the corner, a little trick or treat. You're not going to get one easier than that. Well, this game's in the balance here, Dallin. 9 points. Not out of reach of the Surfers just yet.
No, 20 minutes to go. Zachary, love the playing of this flanker. She keeps going forward. Now they go Oshani to that far side. Blythe needs to get more touches, and now she's into it. Reinhardt, impressed as well. Look at her drive those legs. Get the off-road also. Well supported there. Carasquillo. Brisbane, dummies. Brisbane has a go herself. Beats a couple. Brisbane into the 22. He's got Panky with her. Hale comes in with a good tackle as well. Surfers with Glendale. Stolber flying up. With need in this attack. Zachary wants it though. The bus is full. Zachary steams down Beard. You won't see that often. Back in field. Crump active around the park as well.
No, it's sad. Still a ruck, it's still a ruck.
Slow ball. Brisbane once. Driven backwards by Shalosky. And now Trujillo, a little gap for her. Got Grenling. Grenling puts the kick in. Bit too much. The idea was there.
I like the thought process of Grenling there.
Yeah, go for time's off anyway.
See, she calls it, threads a needle.
4.
If the winger started that a little wider and beelined in, there was a big chance. I won't name the coach because they're pretty well known here, but they said if The winger's place is within 5 meters of the sideline at all times.
Well, leaving the field there is Charlie Thompson. And up front, looks like Melissa Polar Bear is in, 16 jumper. Defending line out here, can the Surfers disrupt? Yes, they can. Pankey has it. They're working in the tight quarters with Brisbane. Good impact she's had off the bench as well. No hands, surely there were hands in there, referee. No, says the call. Couldn't see much though from this angle. Stolber under immense pressure puts it to the toe. And it's still with the Surfers. Line out on attack.
We sneak into the last 20 minutes of play here. Just wonder what effect it would have on the Surfers if they come away from this onslaught without any points.
Zachary, first receiver, throws a dummy. Glendale, quick ball to O'Shani. They want to get it wide. Great stepping back in the field. Held again with a tackle. Kimmy Tran has been outstanding there in the 13 jumper. Reinhardt, so close to the line. Now there's space to the right-hand side. They need quick ball. It's got to go. Zachary has it. Pankey's over. Sam Pankey, like she's done with the Eagles. May have touchdown here.
Time is off.
Time is off. Let's see what referee Brian has to say with the ARs.
Is there a reason I can't wear this try?
Nope.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. No, we're going upstairs.
Pat, can we see if there's
Well, that's the beauty of Infinity Park. It is as simple as that. We've got the Jumbotron that will act as the TMO. Let's have a look at the replay. I had no problem with it at my first impression was try. Great tip on. Pankey reaches out. Is there separation? There's not.
I'm good with that. Thank you, Pat.
That is a try. And what an important one it is. 15 points to 11, kick to come. This is an important kick here.
15, take a couple steps to the right. Yes, thank you.
Sam Pankey, what a sleek sensation, the personal trainer. Played 7s and 15s for the United States. Recently taken up surfing as well, of course, being in San Diego. Here's another look at it. Just quick ball, it's what's needed. They did all the face play to suck the players in. Pankey reaching for the line. Over she goes. Tia Blythe now lines up the conversion. Bring this game. It's within 4 so far. 15-11. Cool as you like, it's over. 15-13. We're having stunner on our hands here at Infinity Park. 15 minutes to go.
Well, it's a grand final replay from last year, and it's fitting the billing. The Surfers, they're not ready to relinquish that crown just yet, Dallin Stanford.
Love these rivalry tussles as Hannah Stolber, legend of the game, puts it 10 meters, maybe 9.5. It's taken by the Surfers. They've played it. Grenling, deep ball for her. Blythe has to jump up for that one and then steps a couple. Blythe up the middle. Tia Blythe taking on the whole team herself. Pankey now playing with rejuvenated spirit here of the Surfers. Brisbane. Zachary not afraid for the contact. Bumps another one. Still going. Kate Zachary. What a stormer she's had. Reinhardt on the outside. Wasn't held. Reinhardt still going. We need more Reinhardts out there, says Surfers coach Paul as he looks on. Still they work. Zachary yet again. Tireless effort from the leader. Grenling once. They're back in the 22. O'Shani. Look for Blythe. Blythe turns on the jet shoes. Blythe on the outside. Well handled by Tornado. Ruckers arrive. Quick ball. Surfers knocking on the door yet again. Crump. Pankey gets a couple of fans. Desperate stuff off their feet of the Merlins. A penalty indeed. Pankey thought about going for it.
Well, you've got to take the 3 points, you would think. It would give you the lead. Oh, it's a big call. A big call. You just wonder if the bonus points in the back of their mind here.
Well, bonus point, you've got to get the win as well. We know that. The points on offer, they refuse them. So here, they need 5 for their efforts. They've got Pankey. Getting their 5 for the line. Reinhardt certainly deserves one. He won't get on this occasion. Give it to Zachary. Those are the 3 forwards that can certainly bump players off. Zachary has it now, but can she get it down? The defenders are all around her. This will be held up a 5-meter scrum.
Well, get me the defibrillator, Dallin. I'm having palpitations up here. This game's an absolute cliffhanger. You'd almost think this is for the championship, both these sides. Just throwing it all. 3 points on offer, the lead. They turn it down, they go for points. Well, these are the decisions that you sit back on Monday, you question or you celebrate. You give credit. Here we go. You've got to think Zachary at the back here, Dallin. You've got to go to your strengths. Pankey, Zachary, Blythe, Tran, the danger players.
Oh, here they go. We've got Brzezinski on this right-hand touchline. They're going to reset and just keep us on the edge of our seats yet again. This game went quiet for a few moments, and then it's opened up. It's because the Surfers have come back firing here late in this game. The bodies to the left-hand side, except for a wing three-quarter here, and Maddie Ehrenchild. And then Kate Zachary at the back wearing 7. Plenty of space to operate. 12 minutes to go, 2 points. The Southern California side. Scrum feed, they've struggled a bit at times. This one, it's better. Zachary has a chance to pick it up. Zachary throws the ball. Ehrenchild is over in the corner. The Surfers celebrate. They go into the lead. And it's a stunning bit of play in the last 5-6 minutes that led to this try. They turned down 3 and they got 5.
A genius call. It was never in doubt. Of course you go for the try. Who goes for the 3 points in that situation? Not San Diego, that's for sure. Ehrenchild, she's looked good on the back, but how about the lead-up work from Zachary? Unselfish, out to Ehrenchild. Nobody in front. Dots it down. 3 tries for San Diego. 2 tries for San Diego, my apologies, and a bunch of penalties too for this young lady, Tia Blythe. Now, the most difficult shot of the day out on this sideline. To extend their lead to 5.
Tia Blythe's kick won't curl around, but this is the first lead they've had in the game. 18 points to 15 after 69 minutes. And it's the Surfers that are back in a commanding position. They've done this last year, haven't been able to do it all season against the Merlins. And so Hannah Stolber, what can the veteran do here in the last 10 in her final home game for the Glendale Merlins? Bounces up there for Sam Pankey. Surfers off the head of Reinhardt. They're playing on. It could have been disastrous there. Pressure here from the Merlins now. They want to force a turnover. Where's Shalusky? Shani, there's the turnover. Great pressure, and it was Hannah Stolber that flew up. Oh, the veteran has got it back for a team.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a charge down or she actually lost the ball. Did she get her foot to it? This is a big question for Ashani there. The other one is, why is she trying to clear that close to the defensive line? Look at Stolber shoots up. She's got no blockers in front. Low pass. Oh no, she doesn't get a boot to it. That's great pressure from Stolber. Now, here we go. The big question is, does Glendale settle for a draw if it's on offer, Dallin? If they get the penalty, do they take the 3 and just tie it up and walk away?
Well, playing Merlin's rugby is what in the back of my mind. Kit Ruiz, the head coach, will say go for gold. And here they do. Space opens up. On the outside, Big Fend coming in. Strong carry from Brzezinski. Hale was the one that looped around, and now it's a beautiful no-look pass. It's Hannah Stolber's pass that has put Suda over. Kristen Suda thinks she scored, and so do we. They're going to check. We're going to go upstairs.
Well, the only question mark, does her left foot touch the sideline? That's what they're asking and what they're going to look at. It was awfully close. First impressions, I thought she kept it in. You can never tell, though, until you take a look. And that's what referee Bryant is going to ask here. Down the sideline, does the foot touch paint? It's a great pass from Stolber. It leads up to this. Watch right here. I think she's okay. Unfortunately, Ashwani probably is her own worst enemy here by blocking the view of this camera. No, I think she's fine. I think she's fine. Thought maybe that right boot might have been in trouble as it crossed over, but here we'll take another look at the replay. We've got another shot. This is a little bit of a higher shot. You might be able to see that one is in. Oh, that left foot there. That left foot.
Okay, I have no reason to not award this try.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, it just cuts off the screen. They're going to award the try, and they have to in that situation. Evidence is inconclusive. The Merlins retake the lead, 19-18, and we are into the final 10 minutes, Dallin.
Watch the pass when the replay comes up from Hannah Stolber. Sleek sensation. And of course, Suda streaming down that touchline. She has been inspirational off the bench. Oh, what a finish we have in store for us. Hannah Stolber with her familiar left boot. The crowd goes quiet as Stolber, the last few times she will kick a ball here at Infinity Park. Doesn't go over, so just 1 point, 19-18 to the home side.
Well, this game is not over by a long shot. 7.5 minutes left on the clock. Big restart here for the Surfers. Wouldn't be surprised if they look to go deep here, try to force the turnover.
They switch direction and they go actually to Panky's side, and
say that again,
it's the Polar Bear that takes this one.
Scoreboard, change it. Hold, hold.
Still they work here. 20-18, correct that on the scoreboard, in fact. Stolber now puts it to the toe. It's a fine-looking kick in open space. Tia Blythe is there. The counter-attack from Blythe. The Sevens maestro puts the kick in and runs into Gina Beard. So it's a chance here for the Merlins to have a run. Hot stepping off their right foot there. Denali Graham comes alive here with 6 minutes to go. Lou bang for a penalty. They get one.
Big penalty too. Sarah Shabbat taking her time. Rightfully so. Here's the penalty in the replay.
They've opted for a scrum.
Up a little quick with Zachary. Elected to go for the scrum here. We've had some dominance throughout this game at the scrum. I feel like the Surfers have really corrected their scrum in the second half. We creep into the last 5 minutes of this game. And the Netherlands looking to hold on.
They certainly have stemmed that scrum. Have the San Diego Surfers now. Captain Chabot loves this. Comes up for Lou and got stopper on attack. It's a quick pass, look for the loop around. Suda, well handled by O'Shani. The ball is still on the right-hand side. Cutting back in beautifully is Graham. Just that up-tempo speed that they're looking for here with Beard to the line. Shaloski, quick hands from her as well to Suda. Suda steps off her left. Pankey in with it, forcing the tackle, trying to hold it up and then goes to the deck. And they've had the turnover, have the Surfers.
Still about 65 metres from where they would like to be at this point in time.
Here we go.
You've got the firepower. Here's where you rely on your champions.
Stop leaning so much.
You look to your representative superstars to show why they are the pinnacle of the game. You look to the Zacharies, the O'Shanis, the players who have been on the big stage before. The ball has to find their hands. Jenny Lou is done. Leanne Lamb will replace her.
You need to take the hit and keep it.
Not a bad option here to get some fresh legs around the breakdown towards the end of this game.
Well, here we go. Last few. Ball there for Zachary at the back. Finally comes now for Grinlink, throws a dummy. Long way to go, have the Surfers. Any sort of score will do it for them, even a penalty. Zachary flicks it out to O'Shani, ducks to the one. O'Shani up the middle, she goes. Oh, that intercept pass is thrown and picked up by Beard. She read that superbly. Merlins, they snaffle this one up here. McElroy.
Hold!
Strong carry again from replacement player, Shadalea. Shadow with the quick hands, almost throws the intercept. Beard this time. Holds on. Courageous stuff from the hooker. They work to the short side. Hale! Ellie Hale, all Hale! She goes through for another! Scintillating stuff, and what a finish! A double for Ali Hale. It came out of nothing. The X Factor does it again.
All hail the try-scoring machine of Infinity Park, Ali Hale. She got the first. She seals it with that game winner. And let me tell you, there was plenty of work to do. Her movement from the wing to fullback has been outstanding, an absolute masterstroke. She's provided a lot more defensively, a structure in the defensive line. The way she talks to her players is outstanding. And then that, outstanding stuff. And this is a big conversion. This would put it past the converted try and really just give them the buffer that they need. So nothing crazy happens in this last 2 minutes.
Stolber is successful with a kick. Stunning response there from the Merlins. 27 points to 18. They have got their 4 tries as well.
And you'd think they'd hold on here, Dallin, which would secure them the #1 seed. And really, it sets up that clash. Surfers, all Blues in 2 weeks to be an absolute belter.
Surfers really fought bravely in this game. Took it so close in the end. Sholoski.
12, get off her head. 12, get off her head.
Now they can just slow things down here. The Merlins take their time, kick to the sideline. 1.5 minutes left to play. You'd think if they can control it for 3, 4, maybe 5 phases maximum after this line out, they'd do enough. Kick it over the sideline, and they have booked their ticket as a #1 seed to Tucson.
That's right, and Hannah Stolber again going for a 5th final.
Take a step, please.
She has won 2 and lost 2 WPL finals, and this could be another season that they go all the way. The Glendale Merlins with Hannah Stolber at the helm. Not straight.
Not straight? What would you like? Sign up? Okay. Sign up. 5.
Anything quick here, and I'm talking really quick. 30, 45 seconds maybe. Sets this game up. Merlin's going to defend their way to this victory, you would feel.
Pankey goes to the back. Good quick ball here. Oh, and then all of a sudden it mistimed, and Suda picks it up on that far side, and it is with Nicole Wanamaker, who's come off the bench there for the Merlins. And first knock cam there from the San Diego Surfers.
And you would think this scrum will be the last of the game. There's a siren echoes in the background.
You're fine. Everything to the right.
There you hear the players calling last play. They need to secure this scrum, get the ball over the sideline.
All right, ladies, let's do this.
Well, it's been a thrilling affair. Back and forth stuff, seesaw effort.
Bind.
Plenty of players stood out on both these sides.
No, we're not going to do that one.
They're going to reset the scrum.
Reset.
Well, Dallin, it's been an outstanding performance from both these sides tonight, really showing why they are the cream of the crop in the WPL. Defending champions, rightfully so. Merlins, they were there last year as well, looking to go one better this year. And you'd think after tonight's performance, they've done it tough, and that's the sign of a champion side where they can win scrappy.
That's right, this will be their 6th victory this season. One draw. Short ball. Brzezinski. Lamb digs this one out. Stolber again.
Thank you. You guys, you're gonna go right indoor, okay? Yeah. Stop. It's gonna be your ball.
Injured play on the ground, so they're going to stop. Should be full time.
So I was playing advantage for penalties. So
take a look at the standings here in this conference.
Can you watch 19's foul play, please?
Yes.
There's the blue conference. Of course, New York in the red conference untouched. As is Glendale, that draw that we'll call it a draw, but they were pretty unlucky out there in Chicago. San Diego, they'll stay at 15. That big clash coming up for them in Berkeley in 2 weeks, depending on how the cookie crumbles in the next couple of games here, especially next week games. Keep a close eye on that. It could come down to that last week match to see who takes the 2 seed to play in the semi-finals in Tucson.
That's right. Meanwhile, all smiles on the field with Sarah Shabbat and Hannah Stolber. Not Hannah Stolber's best outing in the jumper, but she's done enough with her side, providing vital with that little flick, no-look pass for Suda's try in the end. And of course, her boot has led her team to many a great positions.
We'll have to find out if there was an injury to Carmen Farmer. I really felt when she got replaced, the Merlins kind of lost their way. She's so good off the back scrum, and she makes big hits. She's very busy defensively. She got subbed very early, and then for the next 20, 30 minutes, it was all San Diego. They come back late, but we'll have to see what happened there. And tell you what's happening here though, Dallin, that's indoor rugby, winter indoor rugby in fact, starting on Saturday, November 18th, running through December 16th at the Glendale Sports Centre Gym. This program, both boys and girls, kindergarten through 8th grade. Learn more at raptorsacademy.com/indoor.
Look how much fun the kids are having in that photos as well, though. They're absolutely loving it. It's brilliant stuff. And that is full time in the end. A massive congratulations to both these sides, and in particular the victors, the Glendale Merlins, have held on 27-18 against the San Diego Surfers. We're going to take a short break and come back with the highlights and post-match celebrations. Stay with us. 27-18 to the Merlins.
Match from Rugby Town, USA was brought to you by Haynes Mechanical. To properly manage your facility, you need a solutions provider in mechanical technology and energy. HaynesMechanical.com.
My name is Louis Cohn. I had a heart attack running a race. 6 bypasses later, here I am. All the people at the hospital, they were unbelievable. They just took such great care of me. I'm climbing, I do all the things I love to do, and I'm just enjoying life.
St. Joseph, Good Samaritan, and Lutheran, together providing a deeper level of personalized care.
My mom and dad, they looked it up online because I wanted to do tackle football, but they were trying to find a safer sport.
I started playing rugby since it seemed like it looked really fun.
You work together as a team.
It helps me work on tackling, passing the ball, communicating.
And the best part is scoring a try. Put down those video games and play rugby.
Come out and see it.
It's a lot of fun.
If everybody does their best, then I believe it's the most fun, really.
Close, convenient, cozy. Where Rugby stays, Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek. Located within walking distance of Glendale's Infinity Park Stadium and minutes away from the Cherry Creek Shopping Center and downtown. Featuring 3,000 square feet of meeting space, luxurious guest rooms with our signature Hyatt grand beds and complimentary breakfast. Prepare for your match in our 24-hour Stay Fit gym and connect with work, family, and friends on free Wi-Fi. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek, where Rugby stays.
And welcome back to Infinity Park. We're here for the post-match celebrations, and Howard Stapleford is downfield side with both sides.
Thank you very much, Nate. Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic game, particularly that second half. The San Diego Surfers and the Glendale Merlins remaining undefeated. Just that tie last week at Chicago North Shore. Well, we always select a player from each of the teams that represented their team the best in various people's opinions. Well, I got to choose the best player from my perspective for the San Diego Surfers, and I'm going for Sam Pankey. Well done, Sam. A tough loss. I mean, you had the bit between your teeth in the second half there, and it looked like you were going to run away with it. How did it look from your perspective?
I felt like we had the momentum in the second half, and Glendale's a great team. I mean, when you have the momentum, you have to keep it against a team like them, and we just didn't do it. They rallied and beat us.
So still some time to go yet in the season. How do you regroup and go on from here?
I mean, we got 2 more games. We have to beat Berkeley. We have to beat Orsu, and then we hope to see them in the championship.
That would be awesome. Excellent. Congratulations, Sam Pankey and the San Diego Surfers. And so to the player of the game from the Glendale Merlins perspective, as decided by the online broadcast team, it is number 11, Alison Hale. Alison, you get this cuddly red bag with some things in there. Congratulations, and what about that try at the end?
Whew, yeah, that was a lot of work the entire game. Had to really dig deep, all collectively and individually.
So what was the difference? There was a flat point in that second half when the San Diego Surfers were definitely on top. How did you and the team change that around?
I think we just looked at each other and really saw that we wanted this and we don't want to lose at home in our last home game. With some of these amazing players that we have, it's their last game here, so we just wanted to honor that.
Well done, and congratulations, and quite right too. We wanted to honor, and we still want to honor, well done, yeah, Alison Hale, player for the Glendale Merlins. The 2 players who Well, this was your last chance to see Hannah Stolber and Carmen Farmer here at Infinity Park. Hannah and Carmen, come and join me if you would. Where's Hannah? Come over here, please. And Carmen. And I'm going to hand the mic over to Mark Bullitt, Director of Rugby at the Glendale Merlins. Mark, it's all yours.
Thank you so much. We have Carmen up here and Hannah. Hannah has played for Glendale for the past 6 years. She's been a stalwart on our teams, taking us to 2 WPL championships, 2 runners-up at the number 10 position. She's also represented USA in the World Cup. We're really proud to have her with us, and we want to give her a good send-off as she retires from active rugby.
Love you, man. Love you, man.
And then Carmen Farmer here, of course, she's much taller than I, as always. And she also has been with us for a year, played for 5 years. She was part of our runner-up to San Diego last year at the WPL Finals. She also represented the USA in the Rio Olympics. Really outstanding player and a great representative for the United States and for Glendale. Thank you, Carmen. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And as part of our tradition, we have 1 cheer for the referee. So hip, hip. And 3 for the fans. Thanks for coming out and staying out here in a cool evening. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Thanks much. And then you can
great
sign
players
autographs up here.
Hannah Stolber, what a veteran she's been in. Carmen Farmer, outstanding form she's had as well. And great celebration there from Mark Bullock with his troops. And the San Diego Surfers, though, they fought bravely today. They were in the thick of things, certainly. And it was a back-and-forth affair in this game, showing the class of this WPL competition. The 2017 edition has delivered many highs and lows. And, of course, we have got some tries to show you in a little bit. And these are the highlights here. And started with the Surfers striking. And it was quick play and Sam Pankey diving over for the first try in the second half.
Yeah, the momentum was well and truly with the Surfers in the majority of the second half. Erin Child, that gave them the lead, and it looked like they were going to hold on from there. But as all great sides do, the Merlins, they fought until the end. Suter first down the corner, and then our player of the match, Ali Hale, put the exclamation point on this performance with a beautiful jinking run down the middle under the post that wrapped things up for them here this evening.
Yeah, she was fantastic indeed. Her teammates well supported too. Sharlowski was brilliant as well up front. The pack really did all the hard work. The forwards then capitalized in the end with some great moments. And of course, credit though to the coaching staff, really assembling a world-class team here at Infinity Park. Take a look at the smiles as they congratulate each other. Their family and friends are here celebrating with them as well. And of course, we finally have our player of the match with us right now.
Hello.
Yeah, player of the match is brought to you by Rugby Athletic, leading the way in custom rugby jerseys and apparel at rugbyathletic.com.
Well, here we have the star of the moment, the sleek sensation. How did that game feel for you?
Oh, that was a lot of hard work, just digging deep the entire time.
Now, second time we've seen you this season at home at Infinity Park, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
The second half, very difficult. The Surfers came at you, and you made a replacement. Carmen Farmer went off very early in the second half. Was that a tactical choice or injury forced that?
I think it was a tactical choice. I can't really say so for sure, but I think it was tactical.
Well, playing the cards, you may run into the Surfers later, so that's fair enough. You personally, another 2 tries tonight, outstanding. We're going to take a look at your highlights right now. The second try, obviously the match winner for you. How important was that?
I think that really just set the pace for the game. It really just turned us all on and fired us up.
Now tell me a little bit, you started on the wing, they put you back to fullback pretty quickly. You more comfortable at 15 or you don't mind the wing as well?
I feel defensively more confident at fullback, just being able to see the shift of the hips easier, but as offensively I feel comfortable at wing, just being able to make those strike lines and use the sideline as your friend.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We really love watching you play. Look forward to the last game of the season, then, of course, the WPL Finals coming up really soon. We know you don't like to look too far ahead, but all the best for that. Message for your fans.
Thank you guys for coming out and supporting us always and forever. We love you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ali.
Congrats to our player of the match. So thanks for joining us in Rugby Town, USA, where the Glendale Merlins have defeated the San Diego Surfers by a score of 28-17. For more info on Infinity Park, go to infinitypark@glendale.com. Any rebroadcast of the pictures, audio, and accounts from this match are strictly prohibited without express written permission from the city of Glendale, Colorado. This has been a copyright broadcast of the city of Glendale, Colorado. For Dan Power, Mark Nelson, and our entire crew, I'm Dallin Stanford, saying thanks for tuning in.
My mom and dad, they looked it up online because I wanted to do tackle football, but they were trying to find a safer sport.
I started playing rugby since it seemed like it looked really fun. You work together as a team.
It helps me work on tackling, passing the ball, communicating, and the best part is scoring a try. Put down those video games and play rugby.
Come out and see it.
It's a lot of fun.
If everybody does their best, then I believe it's the most fun, really.